Because if you don't even want to spend time with yourself, who's going to want to spend time with you? The better that you are able to communicate, the better that you are able to express your ideas, to listen to people, to engage, the better your life outcome. I wholeheartedly believe that, because anything that you're manifesting usually comes from other people, because manifestations don't usually just pop up on the ground. They come through others. And if you're not able to communicate, it's going to be really hard for you to get those manifestations, to get your dream life, if you can't even talk to anyone. How are you to level up your life? How are you to go higher and do better and do more if you can't even get out of your box that you're in right now? That's what we're going to talk about here today. Learning to communicate was single-handedly one of the most important decisions that I have ever made in my life, because of the fact that I have manifested incredible opportunities just by being able to talk to someone and then them asking me for my number or for my Instagram. And then at some point we're in a private suite in the Miami Open for free. Like, that all comes from being able to communicate everything that you desire, all of your dreams and goals and aspirations in life. Being able to communicate is one of the keys. And I think you believe that too, because if you didn't, you wouldn't be here. Most communication is non-verbal. So shoulders back, eye contact, slow, deliberate movements are all ways to communicate to others that you are powerful, that you have something worth talking to, worth investing in. Every time someone is spending time with you, that is an investment of their time. We all have so much time in this world. If you are not a good investment of time, meaning people come to you and they don't think they're going to gain anything, they don't think that it's going to be a fair exchange, they're just not going to be around. They're just going to bounce. Your default is constantly going to be people who don't have much to offer you, because the people who do have something to offer you, you don't have anything to offer them. Life is give and take. Life is exchange. Master the art of eye contact. Be able to hold eye contact with someone. I remember there was this girl that we were in like a group setting, and I could just tell by looking at her that she was super shy, super insecure, super uncomfortable with herself. You could tell because she barely was able to keep eye contact with anyone, even me. I'm just a girl. Like, what are you afraid of here? That experience, seeing someone on such the extreme of not being able to hold their own in conversations, and like jolted me into a reality like, oh my God, like people who are on this side of the spectrum, it's going to make their lives a lot harder. So if you are on that side of the spectrum and you can't keep eye contact and your shoulders are constantly slouched, you need to figure out, one, why do you move like that? Why do you act like that? Why are you insecure? What is your problem? And then two, you need to start to change that. You need to rewire your brain and your mind to be more confident. Find things that will make you more confident, meaning make promises to yourself. Tell yourself that you are going to do this and do it, and that will increase your confidence. Look yourself in the eye and tell yourself all the amazing things about yourself. Even if you could only find one amazing thing about yourself, reinforce that every single day. Why not? I'm sure you reinforce negative thoughts every single day. What's the difference between reinforcing negative thoughts every single day and positive thoughts every single day? You get to decide. Next way to improve your communication and talk to anyone is to listen intently. Listening intently and being present in a conversation, being present in your environment is extremely magnetic. You're just open and you're embracing the environment and you're enjoying your space and you're just calm. That is going to make people want to talk to you, want to be around you, and want to give you stuff. Let's really be honest. They're going to want to give you shit, whether it's a compliment, whether it is a drink, whether it is a recommendation, whatever it is, see whatever people give you as something that is valuable. So listen intently. Let's say you go somewhere and you start talking to somebody about cars, and then they tell you that their dream car was a Tesla. You remember small details so that you can bring it back later and circle it around, because next thing you know, somebody else comes in the conversation and then they start talking politics and they start talking about Elon Musk, and then you can relate that to this person being like, oh my gosh, so since you love Tesla, like, how do you feel about it? Are you still a fan? Like, what are your views on that? And then that just gets you deeper and deeper into the conversation. The deeper your conversations are, the better they are, the more fulfilling they are. A lot of people who don't like to converse, the problem is that they don't like small talk. And I'm also a person who doesn't like small talk. I go from small talk to deep talk very quickly. I do not enjoy small talk in any way, shape, or form. When you listen intently to what someone is saying, you can go from small talk to deep talk through asking good questions. Learning good questions to have in my back pocket at all times is something that I have always done because, like I said, I don't like small talk. So there's always a bridge between just how are you, how was your day, to what is the meaning of life. And if you find that bridge, you can get into those types of conversations and your life will change irrevocably. Instead of asking things like, how are you? How was your day? What do you do for a living? I like to ask things like, what are you most excited for right now? What are you passionate about? These are things that are surface level. They don't have to dig deep to find answers to that. And you get to know them a little bit better than just saying, oh, I'm a project engineer doing. When you ask people questions that they hear every single day, they have a script. They already subconsciously made a script in their mind to tell you, I am this, I do this is how my day was. 9 times out of 10, when somebody asks you how your day was, you just say good, even if you were literally crying like 10 minutes ago. It's like, you're not getting anywhere with those types of questions. I also carry around this game called So. Let me show it to you. I carry around this game with me everywhere I go, so much so that it is with me here in Mexico City. And this is a game called So. It's just really like a deck of cards, and you just pick a question out of the deck. That's funny, I picked out the rules first. So I just spread them out and let people pick. And this is the question. So tell me, what's the answer? In playing this game and going out solo, meeting people, manifesting and all that good stuff, I made my own list of questions. It's literally pinned to the top of my notes. And it's just a bunch of questions that I like to refresh myself with. When I'm going out, I would always look at a few of them just so that I can pick up something off the top of my head just to review it. Because this is something that I think is super, super important. If it's important to you, I compiled the best of these questions in an ebook called Questions for Deeper Conversations. It is in my description box below. It goes through the 3 levels of conversation. So we have opener questions, good opener questions, not just how are you, how was your day, what do you do for work, good opener questions like the ones I mentioned earlier. Then we have like second level, deeper questions, something that you're getting a little bit deeper, the conversation is getting juicy, and then we have the super deep questions. This is for like after like 20, 30, 40 minutes of conversation, you can ask these types of questions. They will just give you an insight on who this person is, and they get the same from you, and you guys see if you click, and who knows what magic will happen after that. Who knows what type of connection you'll get from that. It's like a little guidebook that you can just navigate social situations with. So if it's something you're interested in, it is in the description box below. I definitely can make a part 2 to this because I feel like I have a lot more to say. But if you're enjoying this so far, definitely follow me on TikTok because I talk about communication and going out solo and being able to talk to strangers all the time. And follow me on Instagram to keep up with me and get my random tidbits of information throughout life. And this is the last one, but it's definitely not the least because it's extremely, extremely important. And that is to look beautiful. It's a lot easier to communicate with somebody when you want to look at them, when they look good to look at. Let's start there. When they present themselves well, which goes into my first point about posture and your nonverbal communication. When somebody looks good, they look positive, they look radiant, it's easy to communicate with them. There's literally a psychological phenomenon called the halo effect. And the halo effect, the better someone looks, the more positive attributes you contribute to them. If somebody is giving you positive attributes from their own mind, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, I can give her this, like, oh my God, like, would you like this? And like, they want to do stuff for you. They want to give you stuff. They want to converse with you. They want to help you manifest your dream life. Make sure you look good. Look good, smell good, present yourself in a way like you care about yourself, like you spent time with yourself. Because if you don't even want to spend time with yourself, who's going to want to spend time with you? The art of looking good, the art of exercising, the art of doing your hair, putting on a nice outfit is spending time with yourself. If you can't do that for yourself, nobody's going to do it for you, babes. And you can't expect them to because that's actually silly. That's idiotic. If you think that somebody's going to do more for you than you can do for yourself. People can only care about you as much as you care about yourself. I truly believe if you don't take care of yourself, it means you don't love yourself. Because if you don't love a plant, you won't take care of it. If you don't love a child, you won't take care of it. If you don't love your partner, you won't take care of them. If you don't love yourself, you won't take care of yourself. I feel like you're just dropping the gems. Yeah, so I think that is it. That is the end of the video. Thank you so much for making it this far. Because you made it this far, like, you might as well subscribe. Like, you might as well subscribe. Like, literally, like, what else is there to do at this point? You know what I mean? Check out this video right here. It's called Being Ugly is a Choice, How to Look Attractive Every Single Day. And that will definitely expand on my last point. And subscribe right here. Later.